Hello my loves, it's Kat. How are you? What are you doing? I hope you're good. So today we have another pick a card and we are going to find out what is the next step you need to take in whatever situation you're in to move forward. So what you need to do is to choose a card or a crystal. We have card 1 with serpentine, card 2 with blue lace agate, and card 3 with angel or quartz. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide, and when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. So you chose the serpentine, and let's put it over here, a little bit over here. Then you chose 7, past life. Where is it? Karmic lessons, present assistance. I'm having terrible allergies, and I might need to blow my nose at some point, but let's see if I can make this happen though. I mean, I was fine when I was doing the intro, but then suddenly it just hit me with the force of 1,000 suns. Yeah, so, okay. Actually, I don't know, maybe you're suffering from the same thing, because like 10 seconds ago I was fine, and then I was gonna start a video and it just really hit me. Right, so I think that this is something that you have noticed. This is something that you have kind of recently woken up to, that you have been going through patterns. There is some sort of pattern that you have recently noticed. Like, for example, maybe you recently noticed that all of your exes or your relationship, they all had the same theme. Or your exes are kind of similar, and or it could be that your friendships are kind of like same, the same themes keep running, and you have now recently kind of like noticed it, like, you know what, like my past 3 relationships, they were all the same pretty much. Like, it could be somehow abusive, or maybe the theme was that you didn't feel worthy in those relationships, and so you were treated as such. Or yeah, does that make sense to you? It doesn't have to be that. It can be something else, but those are just the examples that I came up with. Anyway, there are these karmic lessons, karmic relationships that you keep going through all the time. And you have now woken up to that, kind of like, hold on a minute, like, I can't keep doing this. Like, this is, like, it feels like you're a hamster running in that running thing, wheel thing. You know what I mean. And it's not getting you anywhere. Like, nothing is happening. It's because there's a lesson there that you haven't learned yet, but you are just about to. It really depends on the theme. It really depends on what is the theme here, like what is going on. And you have to go searching for that. You have to realize what it is for you. For example, you have to kind of like think back, like, how did you feel when these relationships started? Like, what was your overall feeling? And kind of like start from there. I wonder if I have any examples. Well, I guess I did feel unworthy of love when I was in my I have been in a relationship 4 times, including this one that I'm in currently. And the first 3, they were, oof, oh my God, they were terrible. They were terrible. And there was this theme of me feeling unworthy in every one of them. And yeah, I got treated pretty badly. I didn't notice it at the time, but now I'm like, oh, girl, why didn't you run? But I suppose, see, okay, this is something that I have kind of recently noticed. So this is my own example. So I was bullied a lot in school, like a lot, and I was mostly bullied by boys for some very odd reason. Like it was mostly boys that were bullying me. Girls a little bit, yeah, but not as much. And I guess because I felt in school like nobody was interested in me and all the boys thought I was fat and ugly, and I kind of then searched for some sort of acceptance, like if I could get like really hot guys to like me, then I could prove them wrong or prove to myself that, you know, they were wrong or something like that. And yeah, I guess it was really hard to explain. So I kind of looked for boyfriends that would have been bullying me. Does that make any sense? Kind of like I tried to, in my mind, obviously these my exes were not in the same school and stuff. They didn't even know me in school, but I kind of tried to, does that make any sense? It's really hard to explain because I just kind of like, oh my God, that's what it was. And I haven't quite explained it to myself yet, so this is kind of like a new revelation to me. But yeah, basically I was kind of looking for some sort of like acceptance from guys that would have likely bullied me in school. Does that make any sense? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, but in my heart, I kind of feel like that's what it was. And I don't know. I was looking for this acceptance outside of myself. And let me tell you something. Like I thought that they treated me nicely. For example, my ex, he used to say that this is something that he said all the time, like, you're the only person I am ever nice to. And back then I was like, oh, like that's so nice. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. He was a douchebag. Oh my God, he was such an, you know, like what on earth? Like, oh, you're the only person I am ever nice to. And that actually made me feel so special. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, basically in those relationships I did feel accepted, sort of, but I also did have to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice a lot of myself to keep being liked, and in the end, all 3 cheated on me. Yeah, so, you know, it wasn't the best. But yeah, I was single after that for like 5 years. I think 5 years. I think so. 5, 6 years I was single. And then I found my current boyfriend, and he is the complete opposite. But during those 6 years, I really had to look into myself, look into all of these patterns and grow and find self-love and acceptance within myself and not from others. Anyway, that was a really long explanation, but I hope that made sense to you. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel, I kind of feel unsatisfied about my explanation. I feel like there was a lot left unsaid. I think I'm just going to take all of these. I mean, there are 3 cards here, so I'm just going to take them. We have Queen of Summer. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Yeah, I see that for you. I kind of felt that, like maybe some people-pleasing energy. And I feel like, because that's what I was such a people pleaser, and it brought me such joy to be needed. It brought me such joy to be, you know, I don't know, loved. I thought that if I were to do everything people wanted, then, you know, I would be loved. And I've been like that ever since I was a child too. I'm gonna need some water, sorry. I remember there was a tablet on the table, so I'm just gonna grab some paper so my cards don't get wet. So, like, even when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends, and when I did, and you know, also I didn't have a lot of things that you know, anybody wanted, like you know, like I didn't have a lot of fancy toys that you know, other kids would have wanted or anything. So when there was something that they really liked that I had, like a necklace, and they would be like, oh my god, that is such a beautiful necklace, where did you get it? And I was like, I just took it off my neck and I gave it to them. I don't know why. I guess I just really wanted them to like me, so I just gave them things. They didn't even ask for it. I just gave it away. I don't know. Yeah, but thank God I'm no longer like that. If you are, or if you still have some people-pleasing tendencies, it is time to please yourself first. We have Queen of Autumn. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. I see. Okay, that's interesting. So then we have 8 of Spring. Stress that comes from having too many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Okay. So that's where we are currently. I'm gonna get one of these angel guidance oracle cards. These are in Finnish. I'm gonna read the Finnish text. Let me know if you like that or if you don't like that. I don't know. Nobody has said anything yet if they like it or if they don't like it. So let me know if you like it. Then I'm going to roughly translate the message. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this card is called Take Action. Tartu toimeen. So here is what it says. Rukouksesi ja myönteiset odotuksesi on kuultu ja niihin on vastattu. Olemme työskennelleet kanssasi tämän asian parissa aivan sen alusta saakka ja varjelemme edelleen sinua ja kaikkia muitakin asianosaisia. Pysyttele nykyisellä polullasi, sillä se johtaa sinut pitkälle toivomaasi suuntaan. Okay, so here's what it says. Your prayers and your positive expectations have been heard and they have been answered. We have worked with you about this thing from the very beginning, and we still protect you and everybody else involved. Stay on your current path because it's going to lead you to, well, actually, stay on the path you are on now, because it's going to lead you far to the direction you are wanting to go. Not all the way, I understood, but close. So that's what we had from there, and then we're going to take one of, oh man, okay, I got him. So, these are angel therapy cards. We're gonna see something, what is the kind of, what advice do they have about the situation? When we are done with oracle cards, we are going to look into tarot. So, oh wow, okay, so the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. I see, okay. Well, that actually makes sense. With the Queen of Summer, yeah, it does make sense that you would be a healer of some kind, absolutely. Also, people pleasers often are in healing work. I've noticed that in myself as well. Yeah, totally. So basically what your guides are telling me is that, you know, they're with you, they have been with you all along, and they will stay there. They will be with you, like, from the beginning to the ending. And there is this kind of, I feel like there is this other side to you. I feel like this other side is growing. The one side of you is this very loving, emotional, intuitive, kind of Cancer energy, like that. And then we have Queen of Autumn, who is practical and logical and, you know, respected, you know, in that way. And like, she takes care of herself, and she takes care of others, you know. There is this kind of like a lot of things happening, you know. So there are these two sides of you that are kind of fighting. I feel like the one side of you wants to be practical, focus on yourself, focus on your career, and then there is this other side of you who is very loving and mothering and wants to heal everybody and be there for others. But, you know, you can do both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can do both. Have this balance. So let's get to tarot then. See what is the actual step that you have to take. Because we have the take action card, but, you know, how? Because I like to give like practical, easy to use advice, you know, something that you can go and start doing right away after you see this video. So I'm looking for something like that. Also, any other information would be nice, but I really want to know what is the next step that you need to take. Because now that we have mapped out the situation you're in, you need some advice. I see, okay, so we have Two of Wands. Okay, so there is something that you are longing to do, and I feel like there is this other part of you wants you to stay put, and this other part of you wants you to see the world. Does that make any sense to you? There's kind of like one of your feet are like out of the door, and one is like staying firmly inside. And there is this kind of like, I feel like you're being called to go somewhere, called to visit something, called to see something. And there's this other side of you who is kind of like, you know, maybe we should not. I don't know. There's that kind of feeling here. There's this longing for something. Could also be longing to start something, longing to do something. This could also be, like, because I see like two sides here. And funnily enough, I actually put these because this card goes better with this card and this card goes better with that card. So there is this kind of like two sides, but kind of like mixed. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more water. And there is this Two of Wands and she's like being torn. That is really interesting. Oh no, I got the song again. I don't know. It has been in my head all day and yesterday as well. And the day before that actually, and now it came back on again, so I wonder if that's a message for you. It's the one, have you seen The Greatest Showman? Have you seen that? We also have Death and Rebirth. I just noticed it when I was checking the camera. Yeah, there's this feeling of being torn. It's kind of like you're being presented with an offer of some kind. Yeah, okay, so I think that song is for you. It's called, the name of the song is The Other Side, and it's from The Greatest Showman. And I just keep hearing that part. Okay, so yeah, so it's Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron who are singing that song. And if you haven't seen the movie, you definitely should. I think it's, you know, it's about how like circuses came about, like who invented the circus. And Hugh Jackman, I don't remember his name in the movie anymore, but he's like starting a circus, and he has been looking for these odd people with strange gifts and looks, and you know, like people of different kinds, and bringing them together to build a show. And he meets, or actually I think he sees a theater, or no, like a play from the character of Zac Efron, and they kind of go out to drink because, you know, Hugh Jackman, he has an offer for Zac. I don't remember their names in the movie though. So it's a musical, by the way. God, I love musicals. So it's a musical, and Hugh Jackman is trying to get Zac to come and join him in the show. And Zac is like, dude, like, no, hell no. Like, you know, your show, it could be something. It's kind of, it's interesting. There is something there, but I can't go. Like, I would be disowned. I would be disgraced. I would be, he actually says, like, hold on. How did it go? My God, do I actually have to see the lyrics for this? Because funny that I actually have to see the lyrics, because it has been in my head for the entire 3 days. The Other Side lyrics. Okay, my friend, you want to cut me in. Well, I hate to tell you, but it just won't happen. So thanks, but no, I think I'm good to go. Because I quite enjoy the life you say I'm trapped in. And, yeah, so he says, you're onto something, really it's something. And then, okay. Okay, so it's this part. Hugh Jackman says or sings, "Now is this really how you like to spend your days? Whiskey and misery, parties and plays. If I were mixed up with you, I'd be the talk of the town, disgraced and disowned, another one of the clowns. But you would finally live a little, finally laugh a little." Anyway, honestly, I think you need to go and listen to that song. Actually, I watched the part in the movie, actually. I'm just gonna find it. I'm sure it's in YouTube. Oop, I'm sorry, the table is shaking. I just need a pen so I can write these things down. So we have pile 1, the other side. This is the next step. Reading. Okay, cool. So I've got that down so I won't forget. Oh, come on. You really need to go listen to that, because I feel like there is some sort of offer coming to you or some sort of idea that you have, and it has been presented it has been presented, I think. Okay, so it has been presented to you by your spirit guides, your past life guides, through a third person. So there is this sort of offer that is coming to you. It could also be an idea. It could come from a third person, but it could also come directly to you. That's really how you like to spend your days, with skills, the parties and plays. If I were mixed up with you, I'd be the talk of the town, disowned or disgraced, another one of the clowns. That's just, you know, I don't know, that song has been like in my, oh my god. We have Page of Cups. This is literally the pigs flies card, like when the pigs fly card. See that little piggy there flying? Okay, so it's coming clear. Your next step is to take a literal next step in this idea, in this whatever this is. There is something, if it hasn't already presented itself in your life, there is something that is coming, because I see also like, I think it's Judgment card maybe, with where the Archangel Michael is blowing the horn. So there is something that is coming. There is some sort of, I don't know. I'm just a little bit, give me some more information about this. Like, what is going on? What is happening here? Okay, we have 7 of Cups. And then we have 8 of Swords. So the only thing holding you back is yourself. There is nothing else there. I'm also being told to say my toy metaphor? Analogy? Which one is it? I don't know. Anyway, I've said this for a few... I've said this a few times in my other readings, that basically, if you have been given an idea, it has been given to you for a reason. You're supposed to do something with that idea, okay? It was given to you for a reason. It wasn't given to anybody else. It was only given to you. And it was given to you because it's part of your journey. It's something you've got to do. It's kind of like, you know, there is no point giving people dreams that they can't fulfill, you know? There is no point doing that. They're supposed to do something with their dreams, okay? And it's almost like the universe giving you a child a toy and saying, you know, you can look at it. It's still in a box. You can look at it, but you can't take it out of the box and you can't play with it. there is no point in giving that toy, is there, if you can't even play with it? So you were given this dream to play with it. So go ahead and play. So let's get a final message. And also, like, look at this Eight of Swords. Like, she is not tied in reality. She just thinks that she is. It's a reflection. That's what she thinks is happening. That's how she sees herself. But she's not tied to anything. She's not tied to anybody. That's just what she thinks. You know, it's her mind playing tricks on her. So you really need to go listen to that song. Maybe watch the movie, actually. Ooh, no, that was quite a thing. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. I'm gonna take C, because see here, we have success. We have Six of Wands. This is the success card. Whatever you want to do, it will be successful. Or this idea or whatever. But it won't be successful if you don't do anything about it. So what you need to do is to do something about it. Also have fun. Connect with your because we also had, oh my god, okay. Well, I didn't take those cards, but I'm gonna talk about them. I also feel like there is a need for you to connect with your inner child, because I feel like this Queen of Autumn is kind of running the place right now. And we need to give the Queen of Summer a little chance here. There is this need for you to connect with your inner child. And the best way that I have found to connect with your inner child is to remember the things you love to do as a child. For example, for me, I decided that it's time for me to connect with my inner child. It is definitely the time, okay? Like, I've got to do it. And I started doing this list, and I was like, God, like, I didn't have the happiest childhood, so I was like, what am I gonna write about? Like, what did I even like? And then I started thinking, like, you know, I actually really liked being outside, you know? Like, I remember this time when I found this. I was just walking somewhere, I don't know. I was walking somewhere and I came across this, like, tiny little place that looked like a place where fairies would live. It was like this tiny little patch of grass that just looked magical. And I remember running back home to my mom, like, Mom, I found the most beautiful place and I have to go back there and I want to do a picnic, so pack me some cheese and some sandwiches or something. I want to go have a picnic. And I went back there and I had a little picnic. And it was really wonderful. And I did that alone. I've just now realized, like, I've always wondered, like, why the hell do I like being alone so much? Because I was alone when I was a kid. You know, it's comfortable for me. So I did a lot of things alone when I was a kid. So yeah, so that was like one of the things, and then I started remembering like all the TV shows and the movies I love to watch. And my favorite movie was the Rapunzel from the Barbie Rapunzel movie, you know, the original one. Yeah, and I found those, and other Barbie movies that I found those DVDs online and I bought them. There was also this comic book that I used to love as a kid, and I actually saved most of my magazines, but they are kind of like rough looking by now because they were very loved. They were very read, you know. I read them over and over and over, so they are quite damaged. And so they were actually given for free on this like marketplace thing, and I was like, oh my god, I need to have these, I need to get these. And I got him, and my collection is a lot more full right now, and I really want to read them again soon. So those are just like little things that you can do. Just try to remember, what did you like to do as a kid? and start doing them because they're quite exciting. So anyway, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. So you chose the blue lace agate. And number 30, soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude. So what I get from this card is that you have been moving ahead like a train, like never stopping, just kept going, and you have achieved so much. So much. And I think you have kind of forgotten to be grateful for what you have. Not that you haven't been, but kind of you have been kind of searching for more and more and more and more and more. And it's time to pause for a second. It's kind of like you need to stop and see where you are and how you prayed in your past to be where you are right now. It's kind of, I actually kind of woke up to this myself very recently because I was tapping into my inner child and what I like to do as a child, and I remember I just wanted to be older all the time. When I was a kid, I just wanted to be older and older and older and older, and I never really paused to enjoy, like, you know, like when I was a kid, I wanted to be a teenager. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be an adult, and you know, like that. And right now, like I was thinking, like I am thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to have like a house and a career and children and my husband and all that. And just, you know, like, hold on a second. When I'm there, I'm gonna be thinking like how wonderful it was to study in a university and figure out my life and, you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, like, come on. I'm going to miss this time in the future. I'm gonna miss it. So I'm just gonna enjoy where I am and be grateful for whatever I have achieved. Kind of like, you know, last year, like, I think I started the YouTube channel around this time, maybe, or maybe a little bit later. I don't know. I don't remember. I need to check. But like exactly a year ago, I didn't have a YouTube channel. And yeah, I mean, me a year ago would be like, oh my God, we actually did a YouTube channel? Like, are you kidding? Like, we have it and it's up and running and I'm making videos every week. Like, is that really what's happening in the future? And yeah, it is. Here I am making a video for you. So yeah, I don't know. There is just this, you need to pause for a second. And the thing about butterflies, you know, have you ever, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but whenever I see a butterfly when I'm walking or something going somewhere and I see a butterfly, I just kind of like stop and stare, kind of like, whoa, that's a butterfly. Maybe it's just me. Like, oh, so pretty, butterflies. I don't know. It's so funny, last year, just you know, came to me, but last year, I kept seeing caterpillars. And I have only seen a caterpillar like once in my life for some very odd reason. And last year they just popped out of everywhere. And I thought it was just because I was like picking these flowers all the time and there were, you know, caterpillars in there. But I also, when I bought lettuce from a store, there would be a caterpillar in it, and I couldn't, I didn't buy lettuce for a while. And that didn't happen once, it happened twice or 3 times, and then I stopped it altogether. And yeah, and now I keep seeing butterflies everywhere, but that's just, you know, how things go. Okay, we have Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, firm but compassionate leader. So yeah, I feel like you have been building something. You've been building your career, you've been building your success, you've been building... I also feel like you've been building your channel or something like that, or building your following. I feel like there is something that you're doing that you kind of have some sort of following or subscribers or people who want to see you talk or whatever, you know, that could be anything. But yeah, there is something that you're doing, that is something that you've been building, and you've been going on and on and on like a train, like never stopping, never pausing. Not for a second, I'm gonna need some water. And just remember that time before you had it, before it was just an idea that you had. Go back to that moment when you were just dreaming. Go back and remember what a baby you were. How scared you were and how unsure you were and how you didn't know yourself as much as you know yourself now. And be grateful for everything that you have ever gotten. It's kind of like, just pause for a second and look at everything you have that you once prayed for. Just take a good look. I'm gonna do one of these angel advice cards, and these are in Finnish. I'm gonna read them in Finnish. I don't know if people like that or not, because nobody has said that they don't like it, but they haven't said that they like it either, so I don't know, just keep on going, I guess. So, ooh, okay, so we have family card. So I'm gonna read this in Finnish and then I'm going to translate it. So, perhe. Vallitseva tilanne on saanut alkunsa jonkin perhe. Oh no, I know you probably don't get it. You probably don't get it if you're not Finnish, but I accidentally said a bad word. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start over. I said family, and you know, I said perhe, and then I said perse. Perse means, you know, ass. I don't know, I'm just gonna, maybe I'll cut that out, but what the hell was I thinking? Oh my god. Okay, calm down, okay, got it. I'm just gonna read it again, sorry. Okei, perhe. Vallitseva tilanne on saanut alkuunsa johonkin perheenjäseneen liittyvästä vahvasta kokemuksesta tunnetasolla. Me voimme auttaa sinua ymmärtämään tapahtunutta ja eheyttämään tilanteen. Luo mielikuva tyynnyttävästä sinisestä valosta ja suuresta joukosta enkeleitä, jotka ympäröivät sinut, tuon toisen henkilön ja koko perheen. So there has been some sort of situation that has started with a family member, and there has been some sort of situation there, and the angels here, they can help you understand what happened and, you know, bring the family back together. And you should imagine a calming blue light and a large number of angels who are surrounding you, that other person and that whole situation, and they can help you with that. Okay, so interesting. Yes. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm gonna get one of these cards as well. So I don't know, maybe you have been kind of too focused on your career or something, and you have kind of, I don't want to say forgotten about your family, but maybe you have kind of taken them for granted. You know, does that make a little sense? Yeah. Or your pets a little bit, you've taken them for granted. Like, you know, they'll just be here, you know, for me, and, you know, they understand I'm busy, and so on and so on. But let me tell you something, they won't stay there forever. Not that they will leave you, but because life happens. So you need to express your gratitude, express your love for them, and let them know that they are loved and appreciated. We also have singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through magical power of music and movement. Okay, that's cool. So you really need to kind of take a step back and kind of let go a little bit. Let your hair down. Have fun, relax. And kind of like remember who's around you and how they have helped you and where they are and what they are doing for you. Yeah, they need a little appreciation. And also with this soul of appreciation card, like we can see like there are a large number of gold coins on the other side, and then there's a butterfly on the other. But the scale, it heavily leans on the side of the butterfly. So the butterfly has a greater value than these gold coins. And so I feel like that's with family as well. Like the family has a much greater value than some coins, you know? And same goes with career and stuff, you know. Family comes first, and family, you know, the thing is, like, okay, what the hell is that? Something's going on. So, just take that as a sign that it's true. So there is this kind of, how can I explain this? I kind of lost my train of thought there. What was it that I was gonna say? Something about career? I don't remember. Maybe it will come back to me, but I hope you got the gist of it. Pile number... Ooh, okay. Ooh, we have the star. Yes, and then we have the King of Wands. So you are definitely going for your, you're definitely going for your dreams. Like with the pile one, they were kind of like, they needed to start something. They had this dream, they had this idea, or something, some sort of idea was going to be brought to them by a third person from their spirit guides. But for you, you have already acted on that idea. You have already done the groundwork, and now you just want to make it bigger and better. But, and let me tell you, it's happening, it's gonna happen, but the best action here to take is to take less action. Does that make sense to you? Kind of like step back a little bit, like step back, let it grow. Kind of like take a little break. You've been working so much and so hard, and you just need a little, not a break necessarily for yourself, but some space for this idea to grow, you know, like kind of like helping a plant grow. Like you can't rush it, like it keeps growing and growing at its own pace, and it's slow, like yeah, it is slow, but you know, it's gonna happen eventually. But there is really nothing you can do to speed it up, you know. Maybe you can give some, I don't know what they're called, supplements or something. I think those are just human things, or supplements, I don't know. You know, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting really confused here. Somehow, like, it's almost like my own brain is getting in the way. So it's almost like you are getting in the way of this thing yourself as well. Like this whole thing, you've been guided to take action on it. But the best thing for you to now is to just water it every now and then and make sure that it gets sunlight, and it will grow on its own. But if you're just standing there and looking at it grow, you know, like when you watch water boil, it will never boil. But when you you know, let it boil on its own, it's gonna be a lot faster. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. But yeah, you kind of need to take a step back to let it grow on its own and, you know, concentrate on your family, concentrate on the things that you are grateful for, and just enjoy life for a second. Dance and have fun and trust that it will grow on its own without your help, without your surveillance. I'm gonna get two of these cards as well. Oh, okay. That was fast. Okay then. That was exactly 2. We have 5 of Summer. Ooh, that butterfly reminds me of something. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on what frightens or worries you. So I don't know, are you worried that, you know, if you don't keep your eye on it, it will disappear or something? We also have 2 of Summer. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Yeah, so okay, yeah. So I don't know, has there been like some problems in your relationships or your friendships or your family, and you have been kind of like hiding in this project or this building this career? You've kind of been like like running away from it and use this frustration to build your empire. Has that happened to you? Is that what you're doing? I'm gonna need some more water. By the way, if there are problems, because we have that family card as well, saying that there might be some sort of problem there, and then we have the soulful appreciation, which shows that, you know, career and money isn't everything. There is something that has much greater value here, and your relationship, it can be healed. Yeah, so you just need to take a step back, and instead of focusing yourself in this project or this career, focus it on the people you love. They need some of your attention right now. And this thing, it will grow on its own. You have the Star card here, which is dream fulfillment, following your dreams and making dreams come true and being on the right path. So everything is going as it's meant to. We also have the King of Wands here, which for me shows that you're being heavily protected. Everything here is guided. This is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're meant to do. And you have this great passion for this thing, and it will grow. It will grow. And I feel like you're worrying that what if you take a step back and you relax a little, the progress ceases, like it stops, but it won't. In fact, it might even start growing a little bit faster. That is entirely possible. We have, oh, okay. Ooh, we have Ace of Pentacles. So there is success coming for you, but it's almost like, let me tell you something. There is this great like earth energy. I'm feeling Capricorn, especially in Taurus. And there is this kind of like, you want to make money kind of feeling, like maybe you love material things. I know that earth signs can be a little materialistic. There's nothing wrong with that. And there is this desire to make money, but also that money, let me tell you, if you had all the money in the world, it wouldn't be as fun without your family, without your friends, without your loved ones. Like, without them, how are you gonna have fun with your money? You know, like spending all on yourself, buy fancy, I don't know, furs, or something, houses, trips, go to Las Vegas. But how is that gonna be fun without any friends? So that is where you need to focus yourself right now. That's where you need to put your focus on. Pile number two, Spirit guys. Do you have some more messages about the situation? Well, that's a little bit too much. Pile number 2. What is the next step my beautiful pile number 2s need to take on their journey? What is it that they need to do? We have the wheel. Things are absolutely turning and changing and moving forward. It's almost like you have kind of... It's almost like this idea that you had. You kind of... Somehow I see like someone blowing on it to give it life. I don't know, does that make any sense? But that's just something that I see. Someone like blowing on a thing and it comes alive. And that is what you've been doing. That is what you've done with this thing. And it's working, it's happening, it's growing and it's building. But you have been ignoring some important people in your life. Or your pets. Could also be pets, I mean, why not? But they need your attention right now, and that is what your spirit guides really want you to know. Everything, like the career thing or whatever this project is, it's gonna happen, it's gonna keep growing on its own. It's gonna be like some sort of like almost like passive influence or something, or at least for now. I mean, yeah. Point is that you need to take some sort of a break. Like come back every now and then, and you know, water it, make sure that it gets sun, and just leave it to grow on its own. Give it some space. Just, you know, you don't have to be breathing on its neck all the time. And I know that it can be scary, but this is something that you desperately need right now. So the next step you need to take, the next course of action, is to take a step back and focus on the people that matter to you. So this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the Angel Aura Quartz. And number 28. Ancestors, historical connections and purposes. Okay. So there is something that you're doing that somehow I kind of get like this is somehow something that you've been trying to do or wished you had done, or either in your past lives, or it is something that your ancestors wish that they could have done. Does that make any sense? Like maybe they lived at a time where doing something like that just wasn't possible and they wanted to do it but they just couldn't, or maybe you had this passion in your past life and you were never able to fulfill it, and now you have the chance. There is this kind of feeling here. I'm gonna get some of these cards to get some better sense of this thing. So, oh, okay, that came out fast. We have 10 of Summer. Ooh, okay. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. Raising children wisely, people you can trust. Right. So this is definitely living your best life and finally pursuing that dream that either your ancestors or you yourself always wanted to live, always wanted to do, but never could. So this is something that is happening right now. So let's say that your soul had this desire to sing, for example. And maybe in like past lives, it was possible they were able to sing for their community. Did you hear that beeping? Let's take that as a sign that it's I'm on point here. And and like, you know, like I'm thinking like somehow I'm being taken to like what are they called? It was a word I just learned in indigenous, kind of like native American. Damn it! What is it? What are they called? Oh my god! I don't know. I don't know why I'm taking to like. I'm getting so lost here. Like, I'm seeing like Native Americans and they having this like a singer at their midst who would sing to heal or sing to. It wasn't really entertainment, but it was some. But they were somehow fulfilling their purpose by singing somehow. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm probably not using the right terms. I'm really trying. I just don't remember indigenous. I think that is the word, but was it Native Americans? The other one? It doesn't even have to be Native Americans. It can be like anything else, but I'm being taken to like way back, like before this whole, you know, all this. And then I'm being taken to like maybe like 60s or something, or something around that, I don't know, earlier or later or whatever, when maybe singing was not considered a good profession because, you know, it's not certain, you know, like how can you make money with singing type of thing, and maybe you weren't able to fulfill that desire to sing. It doesn't even have to be singing, I'm just using that as an example. And then now when, you know, you can actually support yourself, support your family, and live with just singing, you have that possibility now. And, you know, that's something that I feel here, like maybe like way back you were able to do that and you had this desire, it was like a heart's desire kind of thing, and then for many lives you weren't able to, and now you finally are living in a time where it is possible again, you know? So that is what I'm feeling feeling here. I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm also going to use this Finnish angel message oracle cards. These are in Finnish. Oh, yeah. So these are in Finnish, and I'm going to read out the little text in Finnish, and then I'm going to translate it. I don't know if people like that or not. People haven't said they like it nor dislike it, so I'll just do it then, right now. Ooh, okay, so there we go. Ooh, we have the card Innocence. So I'm gonna read this out in Finnish and then I'm gonna translate it. Viattomuus. Olet meille rakas ja haluamme sanoa sinulle, ettei sinun eikä kenenkään muunkaan tarvitse kantaa syyllisyyttä, sillä kukaan ei voi muuttaa Jumalan kätten täydellistä työtä. Kun luovutat kaikki raskaat ajatuksesi meille, taakkasi kevenee ja saat tuntea jälleen sydämessäsi rauhaa ja tyynettä. Oh my god, my brother is being so loud. He's emptying the dishwasher. I don't know. Should I get angry or not? Hold on, I'm just gonna tell him to close the door. Lauri, voiko laittaa se oven kiinni, kun mä yritän kuulla videoa?
Ei mulla mene, kun mä vaan koen näytän.
Okay. He said he won't. Okay, so this card then. Yeah, so you are beloved, and we want to tell you that you or nobody else needs to carry guilt, because nobody can change
the perfect work of God's hands. When you surrender all your heavy thoughts to us, your baggage will lighten, and you will once again feel in your heart peace and serenity. Okay, that's beautiful, by the way. That's really beautiful. Oh, look! I didn't even notice, look. There's this, you know, those music notes. Can I? It's like she's singing to the baby. Oh my god, that is so cute. So maybe there is something to do with singing then? I don't know. That's really amazing. And yeah, this is like another family card. Well, we have ancestors, so that's family. Whoa, we have a lot of family things here. Okay, that's exciting. And 10 of Summer too. Emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. Raising children wisely, people you can trust. That's nice. So pile number 3, Spirit Cards. What is the next step my beautiful pile number 3s need to take? What do they need to do on their journey? Okay, we have third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Ooh, that's exciting. I'm gonna be taken to like healing with the song. Healing with the music, healing with the singing. I don't know why though, but I do have that again. Either way, I feel like you this is not a mystery to you. This, whatever you are being called to do, whatever this gift is that you are supposed to be sharing with the world, it's not a mystery to you. You know exactly what it is, and it can't be a thing, it can't be art, it can't be healing, it can't be spirituality, it can't be, oh my god, I'm getting a sneeze. Was it coming though or not? Oh. I'm just gonna take that as a confirmation that, oh my god, it's not coming though. Oh, that's the worst. I'm having the worst allergies, by the way. Whew, okay. Let's move on with the tarot then. So, pile number 3. What is the next step in my beautiful pile number 3's journey? What are they meant to do? Ooh, I just saw the Lovers, by the way. Pile number 3. What is their next step? Oh, wow, okay. So funnily enough, these are the cards that we got for pile number 1. Yeah, I think it was pile number 1. I think it was. Because we have success here. 6 of Wands. So whatever it is, you will find a way to use that gift, and it will give you a form of success. And then we have Page of Cups, which is the card of like dare to dream, when the pigs fly, because there's a little pig over there. And I don't know, there's just this kind of like, there's this kind of Alice in Wonderland vibes that I get from that card, kind of like, if you can imagine it, it's real. That kind of thing. That is something that I feel with that card. So there will be a way for you to use this gift. But is it only with family? Because we have the success card though. But we have a lot about family. It's really interesting. So we have King of Cups as well. number 3. Ooh. Pile number 3. What is the next step they need to take on their journey? What is this next step they need to take? What action do they need to do? We have Temperance. And then we have the King of Cups. So there is some shadow work that needs to be done. And it's not just your things that you are healing. It is kind of ancestral things that you're healing. What are they called? Generational trauma, generational healing. Yeah, there is a lot that you're going to be doing. There's a lot of progress you will be doing in this lifetime. Like a lot. And it will be by using this gift that you have. And I feel like in order to get there, in order to being able to use it, you're going to have to do some shadow work. You're going to have to do some meditating, and he is using a what are those called? A singing bowls. So that might be something that you should look into. We also have the third eye. So it is clear that you have some psychic gifts, and maybe that is what you will be using them for, these gifts. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what you're doing. I'm gonna get 2 more cards of these to get a little more. Oh, it's my mom calling and it's Mother's Day, so I'm gonna have to answer. I will be right back. All right, so let's keep going. So we have pile number 3. What is the next step that my beautiful pile number 3s have to take? We have 2 of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Okay, so there is this kind of like maybe you will be, hold on, I'm just gonna take this. There's this kind of like teamwork theme here. And hard work and creativity, because I've been feeling like there is something creative about this. There is some creative energy about this. This is creative thing. This is something like self-expression sort of thing. Like you're expressing yourself through this art or music or writing or whatever. You're creating something, and it's likely that there will be somebody coming into your life who will help you out, give you ideas, or just, you know, you can partner with, maybe do a collaboration, and that will give you some that will help you be seen, if that makes sense. So there is that coming for you. Yeah, and I feel like this person is going to be like at first, like I almost feel like you're going to be fans of each other. Does that make sense? Kind of like they follow you and you follow them, and you don't, neither of you really knows that, but then one of you reaches out and like, you know, like, hi. And then the other person, oh my god, I know you, I follow you. And you're like, oh my god, I follow you too. There's that sort of thing coming. That's just something that I definitely feel for you. Funny. It's kind of like, oh my god, what a small world type of thing. Oh my god, my brother is so loud. I don't know if you heard that, but he dropped something and then he yelled. Pile number 3. I normally film these, if you didn't know, I'm sort of, not roommates, what is it called, flatmates. anyway, me and my brother, we live in the same apartment. We have our own rooms, of course. And I usually film these videos in the morning when he's still sleeping, so yeah, but now it's like 4:30 and you know, he is driving me crazy with his noise. I'm very, 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 very sorry. I will just do these in the mornings from now on. This is getting impossible. So what is the next step for my beautiful pile number 3s to do? I somehow feel like there is just this feeling like keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. I just got a message. And I'm not sure if I should say it or not. But I don't know why. It's almost like you know when you're like performing the act of love and you get close to that and you say like keep going, don't stop, don't change anything, just keep doing what you're doing and it will eventually happen like that. But if you change something you might lose the whole feeling of it. Does that make any sense? I'm trying not to get this video banned. Does that make any sense? Excuse me, I really hope that does, because that is like kind of what I keep hearing, like don't stop, like keep doing what you're doing, don't change anything, just keep doing it. And eventually you will break through. There is that sort of feeling, or get that climax. Orgasm. I think orgasm is a safe word. You also have 6 of Summer. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Oh, okay, so I have the same message for you as I did for pile number 1. You really need to get, you really need to connect with your inner child. And I've been doing that recently, and I have kind of finally understood how to do it, you know, because I've had some kind of like trouble with it. Like, I don't know, it's just, first of all, I thought it was like kind of, I don't know, you know, I'm an adult and, you know, I don't want to do kid stuff. I do, actually, it turns out that I do want to do kid stuff. So, what I started doing, and it was really difficult at first, I started to write down all the things that I loved doing as a child. And one of the examples I gave for pile number 1 was that I think I was walking somewhere. I was young, I was probably like 9 years old or 10, and I was like walking somewhere, maybe like the little store that we had, you know, a little way away, and I was walking there, and I kind of took like a different route there, and I found this beautiful place, like a patch of grass, or like in the woods, where it honestly looked like somewhere where a fairies would live. And I ran back home and I was like, Mom, I found the most beautiful place and I have to do a picnic there. Mom, can you pack me some juice and some sandwiches? And she did, and it was beautiful. And I went there and I had a little picnic on my own, and it was really wonderful. And that was really beautiful. And that is something that I really want to do again. I want to take my bike, and I want to just, you know, ride my bike around and find that beautiful spot where I'm going to later have a picnic at, and it's gonna be wonderful. And I thought maybe I'll just film a video over there as well, because why the hell not? So yeah, that is something. And I also wrote down all of my favorite cartoons, my favorite movies, and I actually found some of them online as DVDs and I bought them, and I can't wait to watch them again. And what else do I have? Because I actually have a list. I can actually take a look at that list because, you know, I have my phone here. So it's, is it in here? Healing my inner child? No. Oh my god, I just saw, like there are these, there is another list. I have two lists apparently. One of the lists has like what were my favorite foods as a child, and they were like something really silly, like macaroni with smashed potatoes and like silly kid food. And yeah, I think there was also, I just saw that there was this milkshake by Power Cow that I really loved, and yeah, I'm gonna need to do like a inner child day. I mean, I have already planned on doing it, but I really need to reschedule it or schedule it. Just do it, you know, like do it. And I had also listed like books that I love to read as a child, and you know, there was something that I really love to do as well. My mom and my dad were separated when I was very young, and I used to spend my weekends at my mom's, and I had this ritual like every Friday or Saturday, usually Friday though, I would go straight to the library in my mom's city, and I would spend hours in there. I would search for the perfect book for the weekend, and I would spend hours to find that perfect book. And after that, I would go and buy some snacks maybe if I had any money, and then I would go to my mom's and I would read that book for the weekend. And that is something I really love to do. I spent hours in that library every Friday trying to find that perfect book for the weekend. And that is something that I really want to do too. I'm probably going to do it in my inner child thing. But honestly, this is something that you really need to do. And my God, like it took me a few hours to write all of those things down, things I love to do, how I love to, you know, climb trees, and as did I say three trees, and yeah. So honestly, it gave me so much joy to remember those things and write them down. I got really excited when I was writing those things and how I'm going to plan my inner child night or inner child day. Actually, I'm gonna make it a whole day or a whole weekend. I don't know, maybe. So yeah, maybe you could do like a sleepover with your best friends to watch Barbie movies. I mean, my God, I would love that. So yeah, that is like something that I think you really need to do. But basically, the next step that you have to take is to keep going. You're doing the right thing. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You're exactly doing the right things. There is nothing you're doing wrong. You just have to keep going. And eventually there will be a breakthrough, and it might be brought to you by a third person who will be, or it might be that you find them, and you will kind of help each other, you know? Maybe do a little collaboration or stuff, or maybe exchange some ideas or advice or something like that. But yeah, that is something that I see for you, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and yeah, that's it. Have a nice night. Bye.